diving headfirst into Lubbock High athletics. You're listening to the Westerner Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app.
Good Wednesday evening. Welcome into the High School Fan Zone on a Wednesday night. I'm Randy Rosetta, as that nice man said. This is 100.7 The Score. We're also on Fox News Now. We're going to talk some high school sports here for the next hour and a half. We're going to talk to Lubbock High. We're going to talk to Coronado, Friendship, and Lubbock Cooper. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. We're going to talk to Lubbock High baseball coach Victor Gomez, this handsome man to my left. Then we're going to switch to track with Coronado, back to baseball with Chad Reynolds, and then finishing up with Lubbock Cooper softball. Before we jump in with Victor and talk about, I asked him as he sat down how late he got home. I think Tascosa missed the extra point last night.
Man, it was a
20-10
game. It was 20-12 actually.
So you guys got a couple. I went to bed.
We scored a couple in the sixth that we didn't. I don't know what happened with the. It was 20-12.
Yeah, because you needed all the runs you could get last night. Well, we'll come back to that. I wanted to jump in real quick because there's going to be some weather-affected stuff tomorrow. Some games have moved from Friday to Thursday in District 5 4A baseball and softball. And I assume this is all 6 games, so I'm going to read through the list and I can get corrected if I need to. In 5 4A baseball now, instead of Friday, you'll have these games tomorrow night. Big Spring at Estacado at 7 p.m., Liberty at San Angelo Lakeview at 7 p.m., Memorial at Levelland 7 p.m., and then in 5 4A softball, you'll have Big Spring at Estacado at 5 p.m., Memorial at Liberty at 5 p.m., Levelland at San Angelo Lakeview at 6:30 p.m. That's what it says there. I may have to get my guy Adrian Holland to fix me on that to make sure that's correct. But that's all projected weather related. I guess they're supposed to have some pretty nasty winds down south of us on Friday. I don't think that, Victor, that doesn't affect any of you guys because we're usually the ones who get the wind here in Amarillo.
We usually play in the wind. We've played in some pretty bad wind already.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if is it out at your place, you're kind of out there isolated. If it gets too windy, it's going to get kind of gnarly out there.
Yeah, it was pretty windy our first district game, and it kind of died when the game was getting going. It died some, but it was pretty bad.
Well, I'm glad you brought up your first couple of district games because that was the good times.
Yeah.
Westerners started out 2-0. We're in first place because you had the next week off. You got to sit up there in first place for a while.
Well, we had a bye week. We got 2 wins against Caprock, and then we had our bye week. So
then came back and have lost 2 to Tascosa, which. Yes. Tascosa, it's still the same coach that's been there for years, or did they make a change?
I think this is his second year there, maybe. Second or third year.
Jason Patrick was the guy there for years, wasn't he?
No, it's not him.
Okay. And Tascosa's had some good teams in the past. I remember I've covered a couple of playoff games involving teams from here. But this was, I know you're a little down in the dumps because you guys were 2-0, had a chance to get some momentum going because, of course, this week – yeah, you don't have to get guys very fired up this week. You can play the Plainsmen.
It's going to be. We have Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, or Tuesday. Like it's going to be now. We're on. We'll be busy the whole time, and what's bad is we had the lead in both these games, and we just couldn't finish it.
We were talked about it last night a little bit. I was watching as I got home from the Lubbock Cooper Coronado game, which was a quick game, very well pitched game. You know those guys that pitch. You know Matt Garcia, and you know Wyatt Hare and a couple of those guys for Lubbock Cooper. It was a very well pitched game, 4-2 Coronado, and I'll be danged if the Mustangs don't. They're 3-3, and you look at 3-3, and you're like, they're just in the middle. But the way their schedule set up, that 3-3 is pretty good right now.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
You guys are 2-2, so you're right there with them in terms of standings. Now you take on Monterey on Friday at your place.
Yes.
Saturday at Magle Field.
Yes.
And then Tuesday you come back. Who's the next round with?
I believe it's Amarillo.
Okay, so you're jumping right into
We're going to be. It's going to be tough. You know, we had like I said, we put ourselves in this situation where, you know, we have a chance to win the game and we can't play with the lead. We haven't been able to keep the lead, and we kind of fumble it away. So it comes back to hurt you.
How do you coach that? Because you can talk until you're blue in the face. And
I mean, honestly, I feel as though we're prepared. I think these guys know what they're supposed to do. I mean, we were worried about hitting, and we actually hit the ball. You know, we didn't hit the ball bad, but you know, sometimes when it starts, you know, sometimes everything's contagious. Hitting's contagious, but errors are contagious, and you know, panicking in situations is contagious. And I think you know, and we discussed it, we worked it, and when it comes down to it, they got to get on the field and do it. I mean, I think that they're capable, more than capable of doing it. It's just a matter of it's got to transition from the practice field to the playing field, and it doesn't feel like we did that.
To follow up on Victor's point, you scored 10 runs in each of those games against Tascosa. That's 10 runs is enough to win. I don't know what the percentage is. 12 last night.
12. I told you a game changer.
I keep cheating.
Yeah, it was 12 last night. But
keep cheating out of your runs. So you had 22 runs in 2 games. That's usually enough to win a game.
If you make your plays you're supposed to, and you know we've had the lead, and then we come up and we walk people, and then you know walks lead to a hit or walks lead to a misplayed ball. Well, I think we went back with the lead last night and walked 3 of them in a row. You know, we came out with the lead again, and we had a first at bat error, second at bat we didn't make a play, another error, and you know it just kind of just landslides from there.
I know you've got some older guys, but you're also playing with some guys that are varsity for the first time.
Yeah, we have we have 4 seniors, but I mean really everyone. None of those seniors played varsity last year except for Ivan, and he hasn't been able to play. He hadn't really pitched. He's been hurting a little bit, but yeah. So everyone is pretty much, other than Nano and Jeff, is new to playing varsity.
Is it high school kind? You're supposed to have a little swagger when you're a high school athlete. You're supposed to be pretty confident, but I'm not sure that sometimes high school guys don't understand that you get to that highest level. You got to have all the screws tightened down.
It's a little more pressure than what they're used to, and they can handle it. I know they can handle it. It's just a matter of getting out there and doing it. And you know, just like confidence is contagious too. So you know, I think if we can get some confidence going, you know, we can build off of it, and that's what we're looking at trying to do.
Good news for Lubbock High and Victor is that they've only played 2 series. They're 2-2. You guys play 16
games, yes.
So you got a lot of season left, and right now, Amarillo High and Monterey are 5-1 in district. Cooper's 3-1. Tascosa's 4-2. Coronado's 3-3, and then Lubbock High's 2-2. So there's not a whole lot of separation.
Still a lot of season.
Yeah, and you got to. We'll talk about this week. This is a big week for you guys. It's always big when Lubbock High and Monterey get together. So coming back up on the break, we'll be back after that to talk more Lubbock High baseball on the High School Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score.
Your inside look into Lubbock High sports. This is the Westerner Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app.
Welcome back in. This is the High School Fan Zone. I'm Randy Rosetta. We're going to go Lubbock High, Coronado, Friendship, and Lubbock Cooper. Tonight, what always amazes me when we get to this part of the year is how quick these segments go. Because get the football coaches in here. We got them for 3 segments. Mm-hmm. Those things... My wife gets mad at me because I don't get home in time to eat. So
I know. Hey, I definitely didn't get home in time to eat yesterday.
Oh no, you didn't. 20 to 12. I'll get it right this time. It's a lot of run. That's like 3A softball score right there.
Yes, it was a long game, and you know Saturday was the same way. Saturday we had a long game, so I bet you 2 games we probably played about 7 to 7.5 hours of baseball.
So you look at the line score, the final line score, and I'm a stats geek, so I always do that. Those first 2 numbers look all right. 10 or 12 runs, 13 hits. Then you get to it says 1 error. Was it just 1 error?
No. I have to go in there and fix all that. No. From them or from us?
For you.
Oh, no. We had more errors than that. Like I said, I was talking with other coaches yesterday, and I was like, we need to get on there and fix the game changer that they had yesterday. I think one of them had died or something. I don't know, and I try not to really pay attention to it during the games. I'm not really focused.
I'm always amazed when a coach is able to do that, because I sat next to somebody at a game I was at Coronado last night. It's like a physics science teacher. I don't want to say his name because I didn't. He was doing I-score, and I said, I thought Brad did game changer. He said, I just do this for myself, because you've probably seen me. I can't watch a game without my paper scorebook. Mm-hmm. And kids don't do that anymore. They don't. It's
they don't know how to keep a book anymore.
Right.
It's different. Yes.
And I don't. Maybe that ties into sometimes kids aren't as sharp at doing some things on the field. But I'll say this the same thing I said when you were here a few weeks ago. If your guys will listen to you and your coaches, because I've seen your teams and kids you've coached. You guys will be good.
We're there. We just got to execute. Like, I really feel like we're there, but I mean, it doesn't matter what you do before that. You gotta do it during the game. So if you can't do it when it's time to at 7:00, then you call you a 5:00 hitter or a 4:00 defensive player. But you gotta do it when game time starts.
And we were talking about that before the break. When you've got kids who've not done varsity a lot, at JV you can get away with a little bit more stuff and make mistakes. The other team's going to make some mistakes as they're younger. But varsity guys, you're running into it now. 2 games with Monterey, 2 games with Amarillo High. You're facing teams that are not going to be real mistake prone. So
right.
What I hope for you guys is that, especially, I would think Lubbock High kids, when you're getting ready to play Monterey, I don't think it matters if it's tiddlywinks or who can. If you're what's that Olympic sport in the winter where you're shoving that thing on the ice, curling.
Yeah.
I would think Lubbock High kids would get fired up.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get out there and compete. I'm sure they're going to come compete. So it's a matter we gotta match energy and match plays and play 7 innings. More importantly, instead of playing 3.5 innings, we got to play 7 innings.
Yeah, because again, you look at what you guys have done, and you're there. You're in the fight. It's just who are some of these young guys you want to see kind of start to be the guys that set the tone for you?
We have some guys, like at leadoff we have Isaiah Trevino, and it's his first year playing varsity. He's doing well hitting the ball. Like, he's hitting the ball, he runs well. Jeff is playing well, he's hitting the ball. Nano's gonna hit. I think we had a couple guys yesterday that kind of started seeing the ball better and hit the ball pretty solid yesterday with Denzel and Sebastian. He hit the ball well, and then Ryan Prieto, he started seeing it good. So it's just a matter of time that we can put it together. But we can score 20, but if we give up 21, it doesn't matter. So that's where we're at. We're with the lead. We got to throw strikes. I'd like to see us have a better command on the mound, whether it be they're hitting us. I'd rather them hit us than we walk them loaded, and then you have to play super tight. It's good. Hey, if you hit it, let's play defense. A lot of times they're going to hit it to somebody. So we just got to step up on the mound a little bit and play the way we can. I know they can do it. It's just a matter of putting it together.
I wish a lot of kids could have come out and watched Matt Garcia for Coronado pitch last night. He pitched really well for 7 innings. He had 1 bad inning, had the bases loaded, and the pitching coach started to come out, and he gave him that. Mm-hmm. And then he came right at the next hitter with gas. Kid put a good swing on it, but fly ball to center field. So
pitcher's going to win. Sometimes
pitcher's going to win. Sometimes I don't know. Kids understand that pitcher will win most of the battles.
You got to throw strikes. You can't play defense with walks.
No, and I bet, like I said, I think that I have a feeling Victor's team will be a little bit locked in this week against Monterey. That's Friday, 7 p.m. at Leslie Field. Saturday, 1 p.m. at Magle Field. If you're going out Saturday, there's going to be a lot of cars out there, a lot of track, a lot of softball, baseball. We'll be back after this break to talk Coronado track on the High School Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score.